see what will happen. I don't know why we want to see what is happening or what will be happening, whereas we've seen the foundation, how it's been laid, and it's a long story. It is the same thing that we have been going through. You see, we have our people who say they are Nigerians. The Igbos, the Biafrans, the Southerners, Middle Belt, and let me go back. The Middle Belt, the Oduduwans, that's the West, the Biafrans. You have sacrificed everything you have for one Nigeria, which the Arawas are telling you are indivisible because they want your land. What is their population? Scanty. During election, they swindled you with the help of the Middle Belt, with the help of Oduduwas, with the help of Igbos, the Igbos. Do we have anything common? The Middle Belt, the Oduduwas, and the Biafrans, do we have anything in common? Yes. We are believers of one Nigeria that doesn't exist. And we are paying dearly for it. The Igbos being the worst contributors of death, material, and mental contribution. It did not start today. We are too quick to forget. The Igbos are the most hopeless, useless traitors that work against their own existence. They feel they have arrived. They feel they are indestructible, but are they being destroyed systematically on daily basis? And they contribute to their own destruction. They sell out their own people to gain fame and honor. They even, as we speak, sold their only voice, the only man standing, our leader, Nnamdi Kanu. For what? To gain house in Dubai. They want to buy a home in Dubai. That's what they offered our Excellency, Mazi Alozie. He said, no. Freedom for my people. We will give you all it was. These are your resources meant for the masses. He said, no. Let my people go. They offered him physical cash in millions. He said, no. But how come human beings' insatiable want is never enough? The poor gets poorer. The rich gets richer. They step on the poor, deceiving them with election. For who? For the Fulanis. They are rounding you up the way they round up the cattle. They have the system, and they are psychologically using it. All we do is look, mope, and start chanting. You had Bruce Fine and they find you for what transpired? The way they treat the lawyers, strip them naked, because they want to see the person you sold, give them slippers to wear, dehumanizing you. It is through the help of our own people. And let me ask you a question. The house you need in Dubai, what happened to your fatherland? You sold it. The billions they will give you, the millions they will give you, what will you use it for? To go and buy another land. You sold your own land, your ancestral land, and all that there is in that land, including your relatives. What is it? What an international crime. Unbearable. That shows you how hopeless we are. We tend not to pay attention to what is happening to our land because they give us the money and we take it and then start fighting ourselves. Come to the radio and try to spin the truth. You try to criticize everything because the agents of deception have contacted you, and then you do their bidding. You attack the system. You attack the officials. You criticize the setup. You do everything. For what? For a house in Dubai. And your relatives at home have been sold wholesale. We buy and we sell our own people. We are slave traders in blood, but we deny it. We sell our children. We sell our wives. We sell our daughters for money. Before we continue, Biafra women will be holding a rally in London, 29th of September, 30th of September, and October 1. I know what the women can do, and some of them will be planning to torpedo. And I ask you, where do you stand? Where do you stand? Work for the Fulanis. They are here. Let me see where you go. Or you go to Dubai. Is that where you will be safe? When they actually take complete control of your land and whatever remains of your relatives, they will come after you in Dubai, just as UAE and Islamic countries are labeling you, restricting your movement. You will be persona non grata in Dubai very soon. Continue to sell. And people say Biafra is a spirit. The spirit of Biafra will continue to visit the sinners. Continue. The house in Dubai, the oil wells, the millions, the blood of your people, and their spirit will visit all of you one by one. Just give me a second.
So information.
Just give me a second.
She was committing genocide by supporting the killing of Biafran babies through starvation, and quickly renounced the knighthood conferred on him by the Queen of England. Dr. Michael Opara stood firmly against the injustice Nigerian jihadists were visiting on Biafrans. So did NU Apa, Frank Ogbot, Chief Ekokilam Bassi, Okoko Ndem, Colonel Nsudo, Chukwuma Nzogo, James Udafia, F.E. Imoke, Philip Effiong, Frank Opigo, Odumegu Ojukwu, etc., etc., etc. Youths of Biafra, the lesson for us all is that it is better to stand up for your rights, your freedom, justice and liberty than to collect bags and bags of money from your persecutors, the House of Fulani Yoruba and the Sokoto Caliphate. 200 years from now, children born in Eastern region will tell you who Okokondem was, who Odumegwu Ojukwu, Michael Okpara, Akanibiam, Philip Effiong, John Ogomo, Henry Oka were. But nobody will know, let's remember, who was the richest man or woman in 2010 in Umuahia, Ikote Bene, Asaba, Warri, Sapele, Onitsha, Uguta, Port Harcourt, Enugu or Aba. Who built the biggest mansion then? Who had the most expensive car or plane? Who wore the most expensive clothes? Nobody. Nobody will care and nobody will remember. Another lesson is that our leaders have blindly and foolishly pursued one Nigeria while the House of Fulani Yoruba and the Sokoto Caliphate stole everything we have. This stupidity must stop now. One Nigeria is poison for us. Is poison for us. One Nigeria has only meant death and destruction for us. Nothing good will ever come out of one Nigeria for us. Finally, anyone who believes that the House of Fulani Yoruba oligarchy and the Sokoto Caliphate have good intention about the so-called amnesty must be really foolish. Ask yourself, why is the Nigerian government that is giving you amnesty flooding Bonny and environs with massive amounts of arms and ammunition, warships, helicopter gunships, and moving battalions of soldiers into the creeks and all over Eastern region? Why? Why? Use your tongue to count your teeth. The House of Fulani Yoruba oligarchs and the Sokoto Caliphate have only one goal in mind for the people of Eastern region: to completely overrun our homeland and conquer our people. They said it many years ago that they will dip the Quran in the sea. All of you big men from Eastern region who are deceiving yourselves with your one Nigeria mantra. My wife is minister, therefore I am fine. Oh yes, I am a minister, therefore everything is okay for me. My contract business is booming, so no worry. Oh yes, I will retire to my mansion in Abuja, Lekki or other part of Lagos. My friends are Hausa Fulani Yoruba, so I am safe. We feel sorry for you. For you all will cry tears of regret, anguish and guilt in no distant future. The truth is that for people of Eastern region Biafra, your suffering will not end until you stop deceiving yourselves with the stupidity of one Nigeria and work on total independence for yourselves. That's all.
That was 11 years ago. Today is the same thing repeating itself. It is in our blood. We are deaf, we are blind, we are brain dead, we are foolish. Do you need more? I'll give them to you. If you're not learning, you're not living. It is ordained for those that don't learn from the experience of what happened to others and they will continue to make the same mistake. Whatever happened to those people will happen to them. It is law of justice. If you're not learning, you're not living. And there's no way you can survive. These people made a policy many years ago with your ancestors. They sketched us out. They studied us. As they kept psychologically scanning our brain, we are scanning the textbooks. We were busy scanning the Bible. We were busy scanning the dictionary. We were busy looking for the meaning of wealth and money, with no sense of preservation. Anything to you is valuable, get rid of it. The small tree in the front of your house is valuable, cut it down and sell it. The oil bean tree down the road that supplies food to the masses, cut it down. If you don't cut it down when the seeds are matured, cut it from the top so that it will not extend to your neighbor. When it's matured, it breaks and splashes everywhere, and people collect it and make food. But our selfishness got to the extent that even before it matures, you seeing it's getting matured, you know the trees are no longer there. You have selfishly and carelessly mowed them down. Now it's time for you to reap the reward of selfishness. You cut the pods right from the tree and sell it. Igbo people. When you do it, you don't give a damn. You don't care. Do I blame you? No, at least you preserved your own tree and you're reaping the reward. I don't blame you. Instead of you planting your own tree, what do? You go to Europe and import this nonsense flower tree that's like whispering pine, and you put it in front of your yard. And you cement your ground from the gutter inside your parlor, so that you won't see the sand. That is Igbo man and wealth. We are not learning. We are our own worst enemies. We devastate our environment. We don't have the land. We don't plan. Selfishness. One person will come. You had the people of a bone that came. One person will come through the back door and acquire the land of the masses just for one person. As we speak, our crimes are multiplying. Nobody talks. Nobody asks questions. Nobody reprimands anybody. Just stand and look. We are cowards. Please don't talk. I don't want him to come here asking me a question. Why not? Why won't you talk? You know he is Igwe. Who made him Igwe? What are his limits? You've not put one. You've not confronted him. You've not shown that yes, you can stand and defend the people. enemies are busy planning for you. Yesterday I read the investments in Kaduna. Your national cake is your oil, which they have used very effectively to institute paramount establishments. You're busy swimming in your backyard. You are busy using Kanu to roll on your major highways. You have a governor. He is busy consuming your money. They confiscate your money. They confiscate whatever that is given to them to personal possessions. And then they will go and go to Fulani, the same people that have this establishment, and establish more, and build them more universities, and build them more hospitals, whereas your people are suffering in silence. What a wicked race, the Ibos. You sell your own son fighting for the masses. You listen to the clip, buying and selling in order to be noted as a rich man. Are you waking up? You think that you can. You think that you can do what others fail to do. You cannot. And just like the one you just listened to, put it together with this. Maybe you can put 2 and 2 together. Sometimes if you add 2 plus 2, it will give you 2. Some will say it's 3. Some will say it's 4. The one you listened to before and the one you listen to now, put them together. See where it will lead you to.
In 1965, the Sokoto Caliphate of the Nigerian federal government of Malam Abubakar Tafawa Balewa subverted the Yoruba and made them engage in an internecine war in which they slaughtered themselves in large numbers and burnt down whole communities in what they called Operation Weti. The Caliphate had also imprisoned Chief Awolowo, the leader of the Yoruba, and thrown Yoruba land into anarchy. The Igbo were horrified. Then, the Premier of Eastern Region, Dr. Emmanuel Bara, sent help to rescue the West from the Caliphate. Mazi Alozie, an Igbo man, was broadcasting the authentic results of the Western Region election from under the table in Awolowo's house as the Hausa Fulani and their ally, SL Akintola, were announcing fake results, slaughtering Yoruba men and women and destroying Yoruba land. This eventually led to the coup of January 15, 1966, whose goal was to release Awolowo from prison and install him Prime Minister of Nigeria. The Yoruba joined the Hausa Fulani in dubbing it an Igbo coup, though Major Adewale Ademoyiga, a full-blooded Yoruba officer, confessed that he was one of the 5 majors who planned and executed the coup, and that their goal was to release Awolowo from Calabar prison and install him as the Prime Minister of Nigeria. Ojukwu released Awolowo from Calabar prison. On getting home, Awolowo declared his support for the Abri Agreement, one of whose clauses was that northern soldiers occupying Western region must return to their homeland in northern Nigeria. Awolowo then issued this famous statement, quote, "If the Eastern region is allowed by acts of omission or commission to secede from or opt out of Nigeria, then the Western region and Lagos must also stay out of the Federation. End quote. Northern Nigeria soldiers refused to leave Western Nigeria. Awolowo, who was fed by the Igbo, formed alliance with the Hausa Fulani, who had been killing his people and occupying their land, and in one of the most dastardly acts in history, urged his Yoruba people to join the Hausa Fulani in slaughtering thousands of Igbo and other people of Eastern region living in Western Nigeria. In 1983, the Sokoto Caliphate and the Hausa Fulani Yoruba oligarchy organized a coup to topple the government of Shehu Shagari. Umaru Diko, Minister of Transport in Shagari's government, later revealed that the only reason they planned and executed the coup was to make sure that Alex Ekwueme, then Vice President of Nigeria, will not become the President of Nigeria after the termination of Shehu Shagari's second term as President.
They had to do all that to stop Ekwueme from being the Vice President. You see how they worked their way round and round, using other people, using unknown, innocent Yorubas, thinking they are getting ready to share their own national cake, not knowing that they are equally on the chopping block. Today, the same thing is repeating itself. They are telling you, you're going to be a vice president, sell your people. You're going to be a presidential contender, kill your people. You're going to be the next commanding chief, deny and kill your people. And the Igbos are doing that. And after you tell me you are intelligent, your intelligence has nothing to do with common sense. Your intelligence has to do with bookworm. This is what they did to Ekwueme. One Nigeria. You never learn. Let's continue.
Buhari and the Sokoto Caliphate dumped Ekwueme in Kirikiri prison, Lagos, and sent Shehu Shagari to his home in Shagari village, Sokoto. When Ibrahim Babangida the Snake annulled the election of Abiola as president of Nigeria, Ndị Igbo were in the forefront of fighting for the restoration of Abiola's mandate. When Abiola thought that he had finally concluded his secret treaty with the Caliphate and the Hausa Fulani, he immediately told Ndi Igbo that he did not need the Igbo to be president of Nigeria.
Oh yes, not the Yorubas of today. These were those that thought that Igbos are foolish, always fighting, always coming to the rescue of others, but cannot rescue themselves. Do you see what I'm saying? We are the one Nigerianists. We are the ones shouldering one Nigeria with our own blood, with our own people, with our own resources, but never to come back and think what's good for us. Today, we have been so kind that we are losing our identity. We are losing our ancestral land. We have denied our ancestors and we have betrayed them. Even he that came to retrieve whatever is left, we sold him. Let's continue.
The Igbo licked their wounds and shut their mouths. When the Hausa Fulani and northerners fell on the Igbo and slaughtered 100,000 Igbo and other Easterners living in northern Nigeria between May and October 1966, what did the Yoruba do? They sent Yoruba Obas to tour northern Nigeria and thanked the northern emirs for not killing the Yoruba when they were slaughtering the Igbo and their kin from the eastern region. There are literally scores of examples of bad faith, treachery, and cowardly exploitation of the Igbo and other Easterners by the Hausa, Fulani, and Yoruba. Anyone with common sense, not high sense, should know never, ever to trust the Hausa, Fulani, and the Yoruba in discussions, in negotiations, in treaties. Never ever trust their public declaration and pledges of loyalty. Once the chips are down, they will send you down the river. The Igbo and their kin in Eastern region must realize that the only agenda of the House of Fulani Yoruba is to dominate you, exploit and use your resources for their benefit, and enslave all you people of Eastern region Biafra. The only survival strategy for the Igbo and their kin in Eastern region is to fight back aggressively, to push back as fiercely as ever against this evil plan. Unless you push back ever so aggressively, then you all will be enslaved. A bully responds to nothing other than aggressive counterattack. You have been complaining about resource control. We ask you just one question. If this oil and gas were to be located in Sokoto, Katsina, Kanu, or Maiduguri, all of you from Eastern region will be begging for the issuance of visa from Ariwa country to travel to Kanu, to Jos, to Maiduguri, to Katsina, to Bauchi, and even to Makodi. Ndị Igbo, onye mara asụ ya sụọ n'odo, onye amaghị asụ ya sụọ n'ala.
One thing is to think you are on top. People are sneaky. The Yorubas, as we see them today, at least they now know. They now know, they have learned their lesson. And we do everything we can to work together. We must be free. And this is why we can no longer criticize them. Because they are talking more than we. They are talking more for their own freedom more than we. All we do is sell. They protected their own. You go. Because he knows what he's talking about. But our own, we sold. One thing is committing mistakes. When you think all is well with you, not checking both sides of the coin, you didn't examine it. One thing is for you to commit negligence, not minding what is happening to your neighbor because you think your neighbor is your enemy. But it is a different story to understand that your neighbor is your friend. It is a different result to understand that your neighbor is working to save you. And you are expressing gratitude. Where do we go? Where do we go from here? What do we do? Not only on political aspect of the game, religiously, you are going through the same mess. The religious ones, most of them regardless of their denomination, are quiet. They can't come up with anything tangible. They can't even tell the world what is happening. Most of the bishops have been quiet. Some of them are talking. And let me tell you, your religion will be non-existent any day they complete the conquest. Your church will stop to exist. See where they invaded. What happened to the Christians and the churches? Nowhere to be seen. What happens to you? I don't know. Just because you made a mistake, you can be blamed. But making a mistake and learning from your mistake and say never again is a different ballgame. But you that pointed out the mistake and you're making the worst mistake than the one you pointed out to somebody. Where is your brain? Traitors, what do you have to gain? Work for the Fulani, what do you have to gain? Campaign against your own people, what do you have to gain? House in Dubai. Are you well? Cash. How many months are you going to be in that house? Guilty conscience will kill you. The blood and spirit of Biafrans will visit you. We don't learn. We don't learn. And this is why we are not living. This is why we are being massacred every day. They come from Arewa down to your village. They occupy it. They even take your goats from you, really not knowing it. How can somebody come to your village and take goat? You don't know. And they'll go somewhere. If they are glad and happy a little bit, they will carry it and sell you suya. They stole your stuff, carried up, and sold it back to you for insatiable suya quest. For those of you that had me yesterday, for only Kaduna, I think if you're not opportune to listen to it, it will be a crime to re-inform you what we talked about. We are very careless. We are very, very careless. And we will continue to be careless until we change our ways. We will continue to lose unless we get up to say never, never again. We can talk. Are we going to be serious? Are we going to be serious? One thing is to talk, say things, and our people our people. Let us be serious. Let us bind together and ensure that never will this occur again. We talk to ourselves. We pat ourselves on the back. Be your brother's keeper. I will open the phone line for people. This is going to be a different program today, because our people deserve better. Our people, make use of what has been passed on to you. It is for your use. It is for your use. Nobody else's. I don't know. Let us be wise. Let us be smart. Let us be strong. Put fear on the side. Then pick courage. Be courageous. I'll open the phone line +1 484 767 0848 +1 484 767 0848. There's mega rally Biafra women. I've announced it. I hope you get the message. So the call number is +1 484 767 0848. It is a live broadcast from Radio Biafra USA. Stop the genocide. Listen to Bruce Fine, what they said. And the people who are freedom lovers, they should all fight for their freedom. Don't be deceived. Don't be a coward. And stand up for your right. Call out your name and where you're calling from. Call out your name and where you're calling from. Please turn off your radio. Call out your name and where you're calling from. Are we going to run into that mess today? I don't know. The mess of calling and interference. Caller, your name and where you calling from?
morning, Mazi Alozie.
Good morning from here.
Thank you very much. My name is Chukwumene. I'm a native of Isiago, Biafra land. Are you hearing me?
Loud and clear, go ahead.
Okay. After listening to the clip you played this morning, I feel ashamed myself to be an Igbo man. Igbo one Nigeria, let me put it that way. Because from the beginning, the Fulani hate Igbo man. From the beginning till today. When I see what is going on, somebody like Ipob about what? Going from one country to another one to campaign Igbo man to be a governor. I weep, I cry. The clip of our leader this morning before he came in, before he started, I listened to that clip. All this information that is coming from all angles, for even one Nigeria to hear it and be alive. And still, you see some people being a saboteur, trying to take money and to be a slave, and to die as a slave, and leave the slavery to his unborn generation. I wait for Igbo one Nigeria. How many times that Igbo people, Igbo one Nigeria will listen for at least once to be a human being? The Bible says, what shall it profit you to gain the whole world and lose your soul? If you watch very well what is happening in Nigeria, you go to square one where our leaders say black people have a problem because they don't have sense of reason. Look at how Nigeria is today. How many governors we have in Nigeria? Only Ipob is speaking for their people. How many senators we have from the south? Only Ipob is speaking for the people. That tells you that black people are evil in nature. And that is the correct. Where are you going with money? How many days you will spend and you die? Igbo Nigeria, how many days you spend, you die? And all this accumulation of wealth will disappear because nobody will take any one kobo or $1 to the grave. I'm sorry. Very, very sorry. Let me stop here. Thank you, Mazi Alozie. Anybody who are trying to challenge your service on this radio or to attack you, that person is one of them. We will try to watch because I heard some topic last 2-3 days, and we are watching. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mazi. Leave it. Thank you. Leave it that way. The number is +1 484 767 0848 +1 484 767 0848. We are propagating for our freedom. The obstacles they put before us, we must overcome. It is our responsibility. No one else. This is why we are who we are. Sometimes we think we know what we're doing. Sometimes we think we are hurting somebody else to achieve a particular outcome, but not knowing that we are hurting ourselves. Ask yourself, you want to be a saboteur. You are a saboteur. Why? You are working against Mazi Alozie, Kanu, and you're happy. You are working against our progress for Fulani to give you money. You are happy. You are working against yourself, regardless of what you do, how you do it. Time shall come. Time will tell. I won't be surprised whenever everybody will be happy. You are the one that will be unhappy because of the role you played anti-freedom. Anti-freedom. The world exists. You make up part of the world. And what you make out of it will determine the rest. Call out your name and where you're calling from. Yeah, these calls are terminating. I don't know why. Call out your name and where you're calling from. Call out your name and where you're calling from. Call out your name and where you're calling from.
It's you, Mazi, Dr. Alozie.
Welcome
to you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yes. Greetings to you, my people. My name is Su, and I am calling from my location. It is good for us to continue to meditate on the truth that we can never run away from. Our people who is founding it good to sabotage their people. We are trying to tell you that there is no gain on that sabotage issue. Anyone who really gets sense, if you know you have sense, I want you to think about this. Can you compare life to money? The answer is no. If you said yes, because you think that huge amount of money is big, let me tell you, you can take a very huge amount of money to sabotage what we are doing, but if Chukwu Biafra really want to prove that you can never ever compare life to money, you acquire all the whole money, tomorrow you die and leave the money. Then you see that there is no need for you to compare life with money. It's only when you, as a person, think about this. If you are comparing life with money, please return back, because life and the money can never be equal. Life is precious. It's not sold in market. You can't see it anywhere. And it was made by Chukwu Biafra, the Almighty God. No human being can get it anywhere. So for those of you that is putting a stop to what we are doing, to this obeyed mission, this message is for you. I want you to know this, that you can never ever stop what the Almighty God ordains. Say that this must be done. The will of God on earth, no man on earth can stop it. If you try to, if you think you are wise and you make a very hard move, people will stop you by taking that precious life that he gave to you, by destroying you. So I am saying this, I am sounding this way because our old fathers, they complain a lot. They said sabotage is the reason why our fathers fell from the beginning. And this time around, they have brought that sabotage once more to stop what Nnamdi is doing. That is the reason why we are putting this word, that if you are in this ordained mission, continue to think, ask yourself this question: what role am I playing on this ordained mission? This prophecy that was prophesied so many years ago, and the fulfillment is what every one of us are into seeing. What role are you playing? Are you trying to stop it? Are you putting efforts? Are you fighting Nnamdi Kanu, thinking that you are fighting him? You are playing the role of devil. You have to repent, because you can never stop this ordained mission. I am sending this as a message to everyone that is listening to my voice, because it is not good for you to continue to engage yourself because of money, and you want your people to perish. As I want to stop here, people will bless everyone that has a genuine heart. But for those that engage themselves in a sabotage effort, rethink, restrain yourself from that move, because it's not going to help you. Destruction is awaiting you. Thank you.
Daryl, thank you very much. The call number is +14847670848. Yeah. Do they actually mean to sabotage, or do they just want to be paid? You want to be paid, what's the consequences? What are the consequences? What will you get from it? What will you gain? Let's be a little bit judicious. Know the outcome, at least inquire about the probable outcome of your action before you execute it. How are people going to see it? How are people going to see it? You like to tell the truth. We like things to be the way we want it to be, but we have to strive for it. Call your name and where you're calling from.
Mazi Alozie. Good afternoon from here.
Good morning, welcome.
This is Mazi Alozie from Iceland.
Welcome.
I heard the topic and about these evil people, these saboteur people. The devil have decided to use them to make our life miserable. But one thing they have to know from now onward, we are no more sleeping. Prayer is going on, and every saboteur will go down, wherever they are. Because we are children of the Almighty God, and they cannot stop us. And anyone that will be on our way, that person will go down. That's the promise. We are promising them. So, I want to thank you so much for the work you are doing for Biafrans, Mazi Alozie. and they say, may Almighty God bless you and your entire family. And I want to use this opportunity to encourage all Biafrans, wherever you are. What we need is unity, to unite together to fight this battle. Let everybody go on by praying for our leader for his unconditional release. That is, everybody else will be on the deck. So I thank you once again. I say, may Almighty God bless you. From me, from here, I say, remain blessed. In Jesus' name.
See, likewise you. Thank you very much. The call number is +1 484 767 0848. These people have used our resources to improve their own environment and left us with nothing. Even that which is allocated to us, the embezzlers, the commandeers, commandeered the money for their own personal use. And they do everything to suppress it. How can you? How can you? You try your best. You do all that you can do. Then you ask yourself, what's left? Are we committed? Yes, we are. Are we doing the right thing? Maybe, maybe not. Call out your name and where you're calling from. Your line is gone. Mazi, you're gonna call back, your line is gone. When you call and the line drops, you try and call back. See, that's what's happening here. For some days it's been doing that. For some days we've been experiencing the same issue. So that's what it is. Call out your name and where you're calling from.
Yes, Mazi Alozie, sir.
I do hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, Mazi Alozie, our radio knows the talk now. But we must continue, Mazi Alozie. Mazi Alozie, if all of you people wait for America, go see how our budget today. Mazi Alozie, let's say we don't finish here. Mazi Alozie, anybody waiting for Abaya, they can just take the picture of how Abaya today. Where to put the camera and bring down his head. Just shout to the whole world. Let them see the kind of suffering where we there. When we say our leader don't say make we dey free, take our destiny to ourselves so that we can build our rule. We can live like human beings. All these governors don't kill us here. They won't kill our leader for us. That's why they take up. That's why they say, Ndani Raka Kuniwa they can see that what Taliban is the whole world. All of them know the city head. All of them, none of them know the Biafra. They must have been saying that you go to them against this project. Very useless people. Mazi Alozie, we were people. Where we will be Biafra. We be the worst race on this planet Earth. Very wicked race. Useless race on this earth. After the time we tell the guy. Just imagine Mazi Alozie, the guy keep playing play here. Before my data finish. Very useless job. What do you think about them? We are not arrogant. We are telling you that as far as Biafra restoration is concerned, Mazi Alozie, you know committed. That is like this stuff. Like I think it's right now. No, universe where they shake. Let us just get that Biafra. Let us first come and let us do it. Kabema was going to for the airport. Then one of the you said that I will shine in the face. That's what I don't say. That I will. That's the teacher that to what kind of a thing Pentecost chapter 24. Leviticus chapter 24. From verse 1 to end. There is a 115. Is it the chance to come back and worship our own God to Kotikabia? Let me find the power in the parish. Be believe. Fulani that away. Fulani Nasi Zachariah chapter 12. Fulani Zachariah chapter 12 from verse 1 to end. And Jeremiah chapter 10. Jeremiah chapter 10 from verse 1 to end. Fulani that away. We want the terrorists to remind us on the earth. If nobody, if the whole world have used you to defend our leader, where is our leader? Fulani, honestly, our leader, who are the go? If you see any support of his body, no Fulani, to go think for 6 times. All the leaders were there for your father, all the leaders were there for Bautana, all of you will go back to Catalogue. And the tell this guy will come back and say, here. All of them don't
thank you, Mazi. Thank you. People should take care of their own problem. We are nice people. We don't massacre nobody. We don't. There's something people say that we hold on to that principle. Because when you say things like that, when say something happens, they think you're the one that did it. Call out your name and where you're calling from.
Mazi Alozie, good evening.
Welcome.
Good evening. I'm Paul also calling from Biafra land about Excelency. Mazi, what I want to say is this. We that is living here in Bushu, if we are that to you people give us that order, because that is this we are doing and see that it's what I must see the answer. It's what I must see the answer. If you come to this Abana, Abia State, where I'm living now, there is no water, even the area like international market, there is nothing good. There is no road, no people that have shop there. Everybody is suffering. Where they come. And the kind of taxes we pay here in this state, me myself and motorists are very better. The kind of taxes we pay every morning, there is no need. So, what I'm saying is this is my first time of calling, but I'm always waiting to meet the Biafran, but this is my first time of coming. So, I want to speak this word of encouragement to Nnamdi and to all the Biafra presenters. You have to be resolute and be more strong. You people that is in the diaspora should have this mercy on us, because we sit at home, we are saying, it's not that we are disobeying VSS or what, but the pain is too much. The pain is very, very too much. Now we cannot be in the VSS custody. Nobody to see. If they put day of court, they will now adjust it to another day. This October we have put in for this case now, they must adjust it to 2022. So this is not the kind of service trick they normally play on us. We should not be following on it. We need to do something that we see these people, especially the Anambra state election. We need to give these people a very big lesson so that they can release our leader, Mazi Kanu. Thank you, Mazi. This is my brief contribution. Thank you, Mazi. Paul from Biafra.
Welcome, Paul. Welcome, very well. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you. The call number is +1 484 767 0848. +1 484 767 0848. I'm trying very hard to get in some of the calls. And then some of them you can help, some of them you cannot. This is the way we are. Caller, your name and where you calling from. Caller, your name and where you calling from. Good morning from here. Welcome.
Mazi, listening to your clip this morning, our journey is a very long one. And one of our brothers posted this morning on Twitter, Harold Wilson, in 1964, during the Civil War, mentioned that the millions of dead Biafran bodies that are dead will not change British policies because of the vast resources that we have. Britain doesn't trust us with our vast resources. They don't know what we will do with it with Russia, now the French. So for that, their policies will not change. Fast forward in 2021, Britain is still killing us. Our journey, Biafran journey, is a very, very long one. We have so many obstacles. Britain is one of them. Fulani is another. And ourselves are the worst enemies that we have. And I was having a conversation with one of my children the other day. And my child was asking me, when I mentioned Michael Jackson, whom Michael Jackson is. He doesn't know about Michael Jackson. That goes to all the saboteurs that will collect all the money. You can be famous, you can be the richest man in Africa for today. But 10 years from now, when somebody mentions your name, will the children around remember your name? But 1,000 years or 10,000 years from now, your children will go to school then. They will teach them about Nnamdi. But you that sold yourself because of vanity of today, nobody will remember your name 10,000 years from now. But a man that is, I hate to use the word, held against his will by Britain and Nigeria. We will allow our children to come 10,000 years from now. We remember Mazi Alozie. So what is their legacy? Britain they've told us that even if these millions die, they are not confirmed. What legacy are you writing for you, your children, and tomorrow? Eat and die, or do you want your name to be written 10,000 years from now? So this journey is a very tough journey. If you continue with stories of our land, you will be getting sick every day, which I have been getting sick every day. But with discipline, we will accomplish it. We want to live like a human being. We cannot continue to be away from our land. We want our children to pass in the class, be able to get admission into the best university. We want the best. We cannot continue to live like slaves and strangers in our own land. That's all I have to say. We just have to remain resilient and disciplined. And at the end, all of us will enjoy it. Thank you for your good work. It's not easy to come every day, every day, doing the same thing, trying to tell us, you will tell us you look like you're pouring water on the rock. But we are hearing you to continue to preach what you're preaching. May God bless you. May God bless you. May God bless all Biafrans that are really working hard to restore our nation. Thank you, baby.
Thank you. Plenty. As usual, we run and we go slowly until we're done. Call out your name and where you call it from.
Okay, good afternoon from here. I'm calling from Biafra land, sir.
Welcome.
Yeah, my name is Udo.
Udo, welcome.
Yeah, please, I just want to contribute. This is my first time. I've been trying time to time. It wasn't connected. I want to thank God for your life. I thank God for your effort, what you have been doing in order for us to have life. Because as a young lady I am, we don't have a life. And presently I'm here in Biafra land, and what I've been experiencing here is terrible. I reside very close to Oka. I realized that even to move from where I am to Oka is no way. There is no way to move to Oka because police people, army people block the ways. For you to get to Oka, you have to enter villages. For you to get to Oka, even to buy something you want to buy in a Oka in a Biafra land. Now to move from your house to another place become a problem to you in your own land, not in a strange land. And secondly, I want to say something. As a young lady I have also mingled with some other girls when I go to get something from maybe boutique or whatever. I discovered that even the young ladies, this Fulani of a thing we are talking about, they were busy. People from Enugu, young lady from Enugu that are in Anambra State, they are busy having affairs, sleeping with Fulani people. And if you ask them, they will tell you that Fulani people and Igbo people, they are the same thing. You know, sometimes I scream, I ask myself, what kind of mentality does people have on their head? In fact, so many of them have been having children, even as I'm talking to you. Even one of them was saying, this child is a Fulani man that pregnanted her and she had that child. You know, right now in Biafra land, we are having Fulani's blood that will react against the indigenous of Biafrans tomorrow. So I don't know what people are thinking about this Biafra. I don't know what people are thinking concerning the effort of Mazi opening our eyes. Mazi taught me how to be holy. Mazi taught me how to be truthful. Mazi taught me how to fear God. Mazi taught me how to love my brothers. I don't see any money a man or a woman will give me on earth that will make me to betray the trust my own biological brother has for me, talk more of an outsider. I don't see any kind of money a man will give me today that will make me to sleep with that man in order to become an agent against any other person. I don't think. So why I'm saying this thing is this. Biafrans should be as in wise. They should understand there is no life in us. We don't have life. Only life that we will ever have in this life is actualizing Biafra, bringing Biafra into reality. And secondly, I want to say something that we must avoid these unnecessary critics that are going on. I hate it. First and foremost, I'm ROP. I'm a military officer. I work under Air Force. But for now, I am no longer there. I just resigned. I resigned last year. I came. These saboteurs of a thing you are talking about, I know much of it. Their action, this DSS part of it, I know all of them. I know what they are working on. I know what they are doing. I know how they sabotage. I know how they pay money for people to sabotage each other. I know what they do. And I know they hate Igbo people dearly. they hate Igbo people without even pity. So I don't know why Igbo man will no reason. And I also want to say something concerning Igbo women in Biafra land. Let them hear me so much. It's a taboo and it's an abomination to me that an Igbo woman who has children will prefer to collect 10 naira from a politician to betray and destroy the entire future of her children. If they are telling you don't go close to politicians, you will say, I rather collect the money. It does not matter. You don't care whether you are using 5,000 to buy the destiny of your entire generation or to 10 generations. You don't give a bullshit. So what am I saying, sir? What you are doing is a good one, but anything, and also I want to leak one secret that you guys must do, the officers must do. You see the thing that people comes online and began to blast at each other and began to say something that's not supposed to do. You guys are just like those that are doing it are just like leaking their secret to Fulanis. I study Islam in school. I know the way Islam works. Islam will have agenda of 10 years. You will not know it. They will be busy working underground. They will not bring it to the notice. They will not let you know about it. They will be coming close to you, getting information. You don't know about it. They are getting information, entering inside your home, entering deeper, getting to know about your language, how you people behave, and how to trap you down. Before they will come out to speak out, they have done all their mathematics before coming out. And when they speak, they are ready to act. Not like all this thing we are doing here. Small thing, you come online, began to blast, hate your people, do this one, began to see something that should be iron in the secret, that shouldn't be made known. You come out and began to say it in the open. You are just opening your ears to people. And Nigerian government, which is enemy of Biafra, you are just telling them, this is our loophole, or you follow this way. But you think you are coming out to just say things as in, let me just express myself, let me just tell the world I'm angry. You are angry and you are backfiring your brother and sister. And you are giving the devil chances, to act and also to destroy you. So I don't see reason why people will be behaving like you're wrong. I don't know why people will be behaving as if they don't have a sense. We are being butchered. Every day I cry. Even when you were giving a voice note, I was just crying. I was like, God, what should I do? How will I do it? How will I gather people? How will I do something silly? So, but how many people who will you trust? Who will you come now and said, I want to organize this thing, let's just do some an intelligent work that you will not see a saboteur in their midst. People don't have a conscience. They prefer 1 naira and they want to eat it today and die tomorrow. But I tell Biafrans that they should wake up. I hate talking. I like actions. Actions speak louder than all this blah 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 we are talking. You say so after saying you go and lie down and sleep. You don't even think about whether you will be somebody will knock at your door at night to wake you up with a gun. You don't care about that. I want to talk about pastors. Today you see so many pastors, they don't care about Biafrans. I was overhearing some Baka, Father Baka saying that those that are supposed to speak as ministers of the gospel are not speaking. They are afraid of their life. How can you be a pastor? What are you teaching your people? You are teaching them pray for one Nigeria and they are being killed. God will judge many people. But I want to conclude with this. We talk about British. British can never be stronger than Babylonian. If you study about the life of Babylon, Babylonians were blessed by God. They have power. They have all it takes. But because of their wickedness against the children of God, God will say, Babylon, you will be destroyed. Something like Capernaum If you read the story of Capernaum, Capernaum was a very great city, a place that people respect. They are wealthy, they are knowledgeable. But the time came, God said, I have seen your pride. I have seen how you treated my people. And I'm going to destroy you. I'm going to bring you down to nothing. I don't think there is a place somebody can go today that call Babylon. You can't go to Babylon. I don't think there is a place like that. That somebody will say, I'm traveling to Babylon to see Babylon. God destroyed them. I don't care to know how strong Britain is. But I believe the superiority of God. If Biafrans can recognize their God as the God of the nation of Biafra and also be sincere to themselves and stop doing rubbish, stop talking to nobodies and begin to prepare themselves. If they can prepare themselves, I myself I'm ready. You can take something that will make you strong, that God will not penetrate, for you to do what you need to do, than to come out and be talking. I want to submit here to keep it the next time. Please, sir, may God of Israel bless you.
Yes, you too. Thank you.
May God of Israel keep you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. I gave you extended time because you said something that people need to hear. Women are vulnerable because of the situation we put them in. We are responsible for their behavior. Our men are responsible for the behavior of our women. When you sell them out, when you don't care, when you collect money, when you actually push them out, what do you expect? That is boomerang. When you do bad thing, it comes back to you. Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Yeah, Mazi Alozie, a very good evening from Warsaw, Poland. I remember Mazi, right here, and I hear from America, province of Biafra land. Our leader remains Mazi Nnamdi Okukana, and by grace of Elohim, the lawyer, the international lawyers who are there to see him today, and we hope everything went well. Yeah, Mazi, I have to appreciate the fanaticals, men of radicals, and especially appreciating this our mother who does spoke eloquently, and she's on point. But Mazi, talking about the saboteurs, I saw all the clips they are playing. Mazi, I don't know if you have seen what is going on these days. And because when we are telling our people, our problem is our people. Whatever is happening to Biafrans, whatever is delaying us is from our own people. Now you see what happened to the so-called Excelency in Dubai when he went on his mission to sabotage his motherland, the Biafra land, and he slumped and was rushed to Dubai hospital. What was his purpose of going there? The levels of saying, Mazi, if you remember what Nnamdi said last year, that many people will be bought. They will buy houses for people in Dubai. They will share money, and this is what is in play. I respect that, my leader. When I work hard, everything Nnamdi said is coming to an end, is manifesting. Then look at in that meeting in Dubai, that meeting he went, you know what they did that? But when he saw them, the people that he was working for, he lost consciousness and he was grasping for breath before they rushed him to a hospital in Dubai. He's not alone, and he had some mess of IPOB members there with him. Then when we tell you that the people are passing information, people are giving names of hardliners in this struggle to the Zoo government. Anywhere you go in Africa, they will just kick you up. Look at what happened to Ghana. Look at what happened to Ghana. Look at our land, the match. Look at our land today. Just like that, our beloved sister said. Mazi, do you know that that war plane, that armored car that Putin supply, Russia supply, about 40 of them in Biafra land. Look at what is happening to. Look at Enugu. Look at Ebonyi. Look at Imo State. Look at Omomba. Look at what is happening there. Our people are trying to Islamize, helping the enemy to Islamize us, to Fulanize us. They don't go by record. Let them remember Ifajima. Those of them that have betrayed their motherland, the worst thing you can do is to betray your motherland. Biafra is a nation. And that article, whatever it wants to, he or she must repeat. In this struggle. Because some of them who have stood up, destroying our land, look at our gears now. Look at what is that triangular by hunger. That they are defying our human race, polluting our women now. What do you call that? Go to Ebony. I remember what those said some time ago. Everything is coming in place now. They'll give them education, they'll give them money, scholarship everywhere. And actually they could not help them. These are the people that is in Biafra land. And they call themselves Biafrans. They are holding us. They are making sure that we are Islamite. They have showed us. The one in Imo State is doing everything he can do. This is why he said, he made that law now. If you refuse to give your daughter, you pay 1 million. So he's encouraged to go and marry. But you have sisters, you have niece, you have cousins, you have relations. No, give your own first. That land belongs to Indimo. It doesn't belong to you because you are not there rightful. You are not there. You didn't enter to that position because Abakari they put you there. Or that is there that put you there. All of you, that is all of you are showing, you will see it. One day the monkey will go back into the house.
Okay, there is something okay.
Sir? Mazi?
There is something you said about Uche Mefo. You didn't come out clearly. Can you repeat that thing again so that people will understand what happened?
Okay, I said the DJ was Uche Mefo traveled to Dubai in addition to sabotage the IPOB. Upon his arrival, he slumped and was taken to the hospital and is still hot as we speak. Now, the purpose Uche Mefo went to Dubai, he wanted to meet the people he's working with that was fighting them. He lost consciousness and was asking for bread. Then they rushed into Dubai hospital. Yeah, his people was houses, now they go new Lord at Dubai. That's why I tell you that whatever one sows, he will reap. All of them that are sabotaging Biafra land. Biafra is a nation. You come to sabotage your motherland. There are always Biafra Jibri. All of them will fight against you. But anywhere you are, as long as you are Biafra, you are from Biafra land, you sabotage. Mazi sabotage never paid anybody. He never paid, and he can never pay. Not in this 21st century. Let them continue doing what they are doing. We are encouraging our fanatics of this to remain 100% committed, because a lot of money have been shared, a lot of money have been given to people, even in Facebook. The people who was giving 100,000, man, they are giving them 500,000. With all of them, we have most of their list here, Mazi. And this telephone when they have some elite is with hand. IPOB members, the frontliners. Of course, you're not today, they start sharing it only when they start sharing it everywhere. But it's a matter. That land belongs to us. I am only encouraging my beloved fanaticals, radicals, to wake up and continue doing the needful. And those of them in the media, continue to debunk those idiots, those spread idiots. Well, these people have seized our land.
Thank you.
They are polluted everywhere. Our culture, everything. Things are remaining correct. There was.
There was. Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Mazi Alozie.
There was.
Good evening, sir.
Welcome. Go ahead.
Good evening, Mazi. Thank you very much. As I remain Mazi Efani, I'm calling from Paris. Mazi, I really appreciate your presentation this afternoon. I call to greet our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the only leader we have. I appreciate our sister who just spoke now. We need people like you. We know. Mazi, just like you said, we have fed our women. And today, look at how foreigners are conquering us through them. because this is another pattern of all these Fulanis and all these people they are using the pattern they are using to conquer all their so-called infidels. Mas, just briefly is only you see, one thing I just want to ask is this: all these people who are holding some post in IPOB and some of our principal servants, I think some of them do not really share the same ideology with our leader or the same view. So if it's yes, why are they still holding those posts? Because you cannot tell me that you have conviction, you had the calling of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you had his message, and you concur, you agreed, you waked up, you said, what can I do? Then maybe you joined, and along the way, you found out that, this is not what I thought. So why can't you honorable resign? Why can't you honorable resign instead of turning to fight him or instead of turning into sabotage? Because one thing I discovered, because I have been thinking over all these people who are sabotaging IPOB today, they are sheep, they are wolves in sheep's clothes. They don't share the ideology of our leader. They don't. They pretend. They even shout all the Biafra more than everybody. They wear Biafran t-shirt, they do all manner of things. But inside them, they know the truth. When you ask them, they will tell you that they have been in this struggle since 2012, since 2013, since 2014. Okay, you have been there. Why are you sabotaging the struggle? Have you achieved Biafra? Have Biafra been realized? Have the mission that you engaged, have the mission been accomplished? The answer is no. So why sabotaging the struggle? Why can't you honorable resign or step aside or say, no, this is no, I'm no more convinced this, or I'm no more comfortable? So are you telling me that if Biafra come tomorrow, that you will form parties in our nation, that if you disagree with the other party or disagree with your brother, then you will not go into another country and sell all the secret of your land? Is it what you are telling us? Mazi, a lot of things are happening, but I strongly believe on what our leader said. He said that this movement is ordained and is built on the rock. Now, Chukwokika will prove who he is. I strongly believe what our leader said. If you are sabotaging this struggle, continue. We don't know you. I say, continue with your job. We are not seeing you, we don't see your heart, but in you, you know the truth. Thank you very much, Mazi Alozie.
Thank you, Ifeanyi. Thank you. Caller, your name and where you calling from? Caller, your name and where you calling from? Caller, your name, where you calling from? Go ahead.
Biafrans and lovers of this one around the world.
This is a lot of passenger story. I just want to add my voice. Our sister that just spoke from Anambra, the Aruki. She have just spoken well. Those of you that are giving your body, our sisters, to the Fulani in our land, all in the name of looking for money. I wonder the land you are going to be, Apple or three Fulani in our land. Be nothing what you are doing in case when the time comes, because we are going to sanitize our land. You see all these saboteurs, all these governors, politicians who have talked much about them, they are not going to be paid. I believe one of them is going to be paid. This is how many years that this gospel have been preached on this particular platform. The more we preach, the more our leader preach them and minister to them, the more they become worse. The more they do worse things. The more they sign more treaty with the Fulani people to sell our land. The more look at this one they bought yesterday. The fourth position. Fulani people went to Supreme Court and made him governor. And he's letting land everywhere, telling you that he's giving land for Uga. But we will tell him something, you know what? The people is different from the so-called governors. And the will of people have weight. By the time we return the land into a war zone, they will understand. You know, some of them we are thinking they are untouchable. Some of us have decided that we're no longer going to come out and be talking anyhow. But rather, we will do work that you will not know. And when you begin to see the result, you will understand that you are in for something. Because this nonsense, we have taken this nonsense for a very long time. We are no longer alive and be doing anything. Because this one we are is not alive. Our liberty have been stripped, not only by the Fulani people, but by also our own people that they are using to rob us of our destiny. And they keep on doing this thing. I'm thinking they will continue to loot this money and they continue to subjugate and join the enemy to kill our people and they will go scot-free. It's not going to be the same. If they have forgotten what happened in 1967, they should know that Biafra can also go to war. We will go to another war to make sure we save our people, we safeguard our land. Because one thing we cannot do is to allow the enemy to take over our land. Biafra will exist. If it is only 5 people that remain, we will fight and make sure we redeem our mankind, our humanity. We will not let the scavengers take over our land. So they must be very, very careful and note that the day of reckoning is here. So that when the war starts, nobody will come and say, you people should not start war. Because the war will consume all of them. And I know they will run and travel to abroad. But we are not going to run because this is our land. Mazi Alozie, this is just the little assembly add. God bless you and God bless you.
Thank you very much, and that's the way it is. Caller, your name and where you're calling from. Caller, your name and where you're calling from. Caller, your name and where you're calling from. Caller, your name and where you're calling from.
Mazi, good evening to you, sir.
Welcome.
Thank you so much, sir. I want to appreciate you so much for what you are doing for your people. I also want to appreciate our leader, Mazi Nnamdi. Our sister that came on the air, she spoke very well. I think our people are listening. I want to thank Rabachais also for his words now. One especially my brother, okay, for it. You know, these people think that giving our names or our numbers or whatever they are doing will solve the problem. Maybe they think they have arrived, but they have not arrived. They have not seen anything. What is about to come to them, they should be ready. You know, Uchemofo sometimes when I look at him in what he's doing, he's not better off than the saboteurs that sold out in the time past. But let's look at somebody. Where is the name of Zeke in Biafra land, apart from Nigeria that is always promoting the Ipob people? The Uchemofo think that he's going to command my own brothers and sisters, and they were killed in Headbridge, Onitsha, and you go and stay in a house in Dubai. And you must think again. Go to some of our brothers that are here with us in platforms, are selling our informations out. You also bleed. I think you guys want us to remember that Rowan said, if I knew what I know now, I would have shared money than going to war. So you guys are telling us now that history is about to repeat themselves. Staying in Dubai, you and your family and your friends that sold out. You think that one 9 BD, that means that you have arrived. You look at yourself, you say, I've arrived. After over 1,000 people were killed. So you go and sit on the blood money, on the blood house to enjoy. I think human beings have grown to a certain level that we are no longer fearing this spirit. But I want to remind all of them, if what we are fighting is just cause, if what we are fighting is honorable, if what we are asking is what belongs to us, not what belongs to someone else, we are going to wake up the spirit. If you have not seen anything before, wait. The angels of God are going to visit all of you. The only thing that I'm sure that is not going to happen in Biafra is the saboteurs to enter into this promised land. Like Rabachad say, even if it's one of us that left, Biafra will be restored and they will carry on. Don't think, you are the one that is thinking of dying. You don't want to die. We are dead already. Don't think that we are scared of dying. No, we are not. Am I better off than those guys that die in Headbridge? Those people that died in our leader's house, am I better than them? These people that are in the forest, are you better than them? What do you have they don't have? And I'm sorry to our people who goes to social media. Listen to me and listen to me very, very careful. If you think that you have a smartphone or laptop or whatever makes you feel like you have arrived, it's going to kill you. I'm going to give you one proverb. And that proverb came from our leader. If you don't know what to say, go and take the palm leaf. See that white one that comes out newly. Put it in your mouth and seal your mouth. Because I promise you, my children, my grandchildren, our grandchildren will continue fighting this war. We continue fighting it from generation to generation, and none of your family will exist, because we are going to leave this legacy and tell them that we are not going to hand this generation to slave masters again. That is not going to happen. And we tell them the story, and we give them their names. Come and kill us. We are waiting. Mazi
Alozie, thank you. Thank you very much. That is the way it is. People betray their own, and they do it with impunity, all for the sake of money. We have a history of doing that, and we've maintained it. They will kill our young boys, and they will say it's ESN. They'll kill, and we watch. Call out your name and where you call it. Welcome. Welcome.
Thank you, Mazi Alozie. God to strengthen ESN. Biafra. I want to communicate one or two persons that want to talk to our leader, that want to pray for our leader, that want to get this country message. Mazi, step forward and talk to Mazi Alozie. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Welcome. Go ahead. Think your line is gone. Your line is gone. Yeah, I thought so. That line is not good, my brother. It's a poor line. It's not good. Caller, your name and where you... Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Mazi Alozie, again. Yeah, my name is Shijoke. I'm calling from now my location. Mazi Alozie, please don't misunderstand me what I'm going to say now. And I need your advice and consolation. Please
call me after the show, whatever it is. Don't.
No. It's not going to be off what we are discussing. It's within what we are discussing.
Okay, it's because you said you didn't advise, so that's why.
Okay, no, you can give us the advice you give me is also the advice you're giving to Biafra. What I'm saying is, there's a song Sadebe did. He said that Abarakana was an only Chibana community. Ekerone came one okay, Korea, in my own house. What I'm trying to say is that most of us have been doing something for Biafra and heard the voice of Mazi Alozie, and we came back together to be in the house. There are many people who are so hot. For instance, let me just say it. There was a man called Garba, one of the executioners Innocent had the time of those days, few years ago. And he was proud. When he gets Biafrans, he will, in the night, he will take them along that Obin's army road. He will do as if those guys are running away criminals and they waste all of them. When I heard that, I was in Alvan Share camp when the man bragged on that. Please, if we can, if there's a way, they have been trying, everybody's trying, they have been trying and everything.
Mazi, look, I know what you're saying. You already gave the red flag. I said, call me. There are things you say over the air, there are things you don't say over the air. Call me or I'll call you. I know what you're saying, but hold on to it, okay?
Oh, okay, sir.
Mm-hmm. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
The call number is +1 484 767 0848. +1 484 767 0848. To the end of this program, we are coming closer and closer.
Good morning, sir.
Welcome. Good morning.
Yeah. Mazi, thank you for good work you're doing for people. Mazi, I want to comment that our brother that called from Paris. What he said is exactly what is in my mind. Now I believe that the word of man is the word of God. Many people in the principal servant contractors around the world, many of them are Uche Mefo Sabotua. When you talk, they say that they have shown the IPOB 2000. Many of them are in that Zoom meeting that they want to overthrow this movement. But because their voice is not captured, that's why they enter inside. Many of the coordinators don't even conduct oaths for new members anymore. That is why now that our leader have problem, now of them have become saboteur internally. Because when somebody take oath, the same oath I took here, I don't see how the person will say their land. And when person will listen to Radio Biafra every day, listen to Mazi Kanu, until now, the person is not well equipped as a one be, that person is a born away. Like our sister said, our sister that come from from Oka. You can leave someone on the Kanu, and you say you have the dignity. Man, see, I've seen a small boy, 14 years old in America here. They show in the first news. The boy went to tax Samaritan. The tax. He now saw $100,000. The boy, small boy, pick the money and give to the mama children. And this boy now, because of what he did, many companies give that boy scholarship. Many even go from me. So used to encourage other people. This movement, then how much they will get somebody that live in Obodo that have paper and that is working. Tell me how much. In Obodo I let them know. Their content what they have. That small house, duplex or bungalow, it's okay. And 1 car or 2 car, it's okay for them. But our people, black people, longer through, they don't satisfy. That is why now everybody now come out Sabotua. Many of the Sabotua, although I don't blame it's a big leadership, I don't blame the chicken to collect. Many governments are also my agents and a video being agents. That is why in my family I stop going to meetings because many people don't take oath. And I think the Israel zone coordinator, Mazi Alozie, conduct oath. I can't sit in a meeting. Someone that doesn't take oath will be sitting in a meeting, the coordinator meeting. It's happening in the other politics here. And this movement has made my mind to activate my mind back. When I'm around saying, yeah, for like I have why. Thank you, Mazi Alozie here. Many of them are about to they feel everywhere as like a coordinator. Contributing $20. $20 if you're a coordinator, you can't offer 180 for the same money. For your personal life, you're able to I don't care because you're making paycheck. If you're a coordinator in abroad, you can't provide 180 for personal life, you're able to what's the middle of it? Everything's in May, in June. They came out with that. I never eat. I went back to be listening to all the clip of Olida mate. Olida in his house, 2017. He said, we bought somewhere on each one. Come, if you want, we need to get on Igbo and Igbo politicians. And today, everybody needs that one. In that top party, account to get and tell us what. Those people complain account. Do they contribute? Are they contributing? I can't support. What is that again? Last time, 2018 and 19. When I say, they couldn't work me. I told me work it. And we won I told me work it. 100. Who put that? Can you bounce that for law? Can you get money? And I'm not going to get you there. Okay, man, I'm going to. Somebody listen to that kind of stay. Speech or leader. The person come out now. I can't answer that. Tell you, Kasuba. Shut me up, do not. I should think that you people are smart. That this movement now, and there are many people that don't come. And also, people don't break.
Thank you, Mazi.
Thank you, Mazi.
Thank you. Thank you. Sometimes these things are moving. They are touchy. And that's what we get. And we'll continue to deal with it on a daily basis. Some of our members are sick. I wish them quick recovery. And that's the way call out your name and where you come from. Call out your name and where you calling from. Call out your name and where you calling from.
Hello.
Good morning. Your name and where you calling from.
Good morning, Mazi Alozie. This is Alozie from New York.
Go ahead. Welcome.
Good morning, fellow Biafrans. I thank all of you wherever you are. I thank Mazi Alozie for his marvelous work, his great dedication to this platform and to the indigenous of Biafra land. Yes, a lot have been spoken. And you see the problem we have is dishonesty. That's what has engulfed all of us. When you see people people who are freedom fighters. They don't mistake by telling lies. That's the problem they have. When you see people with a right mind, if you are on a suicide mission or a freedom fighting, it's just like when you are in a marriage with someone. They take you to the altar, you say, yes, I believe. With all your heart, for better, for worse. It's the same thing. If you deviate from that oath you have taken before the congregation, you are in a mess at the end of the time. Forget about those who have gone to Dubai to take mansion or to take bribe or to whatever that is being paid for them. They will pay for it. And I believe no one will go free. It has happened before our grandparents. They left them scot-free. They thought that they have arrived. They generated. They plant, they sow, grew up, produce fruits, and these are bitter fruits. They will be put into fire. They will go as far as this generation is in existence. We will not leave any stone unturned, no matter what they do. We know what we are waiting because our leader is in incarceration. We can't just start acting while we have such a person somewhere we don't know his condition. But believe you me, they will all pay. They will all pay. Like now we are in other things. We made up our mind to be here. It's a kind of decision you took by yourself. We have children, we have passed all this information to them. Many of them are in the colleges. Some are studying atomic physics. Some are studying military science. Some are doing everything. Don't think that these children will remain here forever. No matter if we don't get this thing straight now and we don't get it the right way we want it, they will continue, and when they come back, they will take it the way me and we are taking it. Comes to the house of Yoruba oligarchy and the Fulani Caliphate. From the day one of the existence of that zoo, the hatred is there for evil people. But let's assume we believe that the sensitization of Mazi Kanu so far, I believe it has gone a long way to change the generation of these days. If they are faithful and truthful to their mind, despite the fact that their parents and their ancestors have sowed an evil thing into their spirit that makes them to behave the way they behave, I believe it won't be like the old people. Because these things happen because the evil people left their saboteurs moving. Staying alive today, they feel that nothing happens to them and nothing will happen to their people and nothing will happen to their children. They keep on sabotaging. But believe me, they will all pay. I'm encouraging the young boys, young Biafrans at home. We know that all of you are the ones facing this heat. Keep on doing what you are doing and exercise patience and be working hard. Do not give up.
Thank you, Mazi.
Help is on the way.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mazi Alozie, for all your good work.
Thank you.
And we keep on praying for when do. God will set him free and set all of us free.
Yeah,
The name of Elohim. Amen.
Thank you. This is where we'll be ending today's program. Tomorrow, the women's program, don't forget it. They'll be on the air. women. You know how hard their program is, so they will be on there tomorrow. So thanks to Chukwu Kabiama for the day. The Nigerian soldiers, the Janjaweeds, they are kidnapping about the entire society of Eastern Nigeria is revealing the crimes these soldiers are committing. Abduction and shooting of our young men. Men in the farmland, farming, they kill them and call them ESN. This is what the saboteurs are helping them accomplish. I pray it might be your son too, or your relative, so that you know what other people have been going through. For me now, I think that's it for the day. Thanks to all of you. And tomorrow will be another day, like I said, and then our women will be here. So thank you, and let's wait for the next broadcast. You'll have a nice day.